Hello everyone. I would like to show you how to play on the piano a beautiful song from the movie Frozen 2, the composition that is called The Next Right Thing. I will show you how it sounds like with both hands, and then I will show you very slowly the right hand, the left hand, and how to put both hands together. Let me show you how this composition sounds. Okay, so this is the whole composition with both hands. Let me show you the introduction just with the right hand. So we start on C, the first on C, the second on D, the third on E flat, the fifth on G, the first on C, then again the first on C, the second on D, the first on C, the third on E flat, a pause, then again the third on E flat, the second on D, the fourth on F, a pause, again the third on E flat, second on D, the fourth on F, twice, the third on E flat and D with the second, twice, the first on C. Let's continue. The second on D, the third on E flat, the fifth on G, the first on C, the second on D, the third on E flat, the fifth on G, and the third on E flat twice, the second on D twice, then a pause, the second on D, the first on C, the second on D, 3 times, then E flat, the second on D, 3 times again, and the first on C. Alright, let me show that to you with the correct rhythm from the beginning. let's add the left hand. So now just the left hand. We have the chord C and E flat, then the chord C and A flat, then D and A flat, and the next chord is E flat and A flat, so 2 black keys. Then we have C, E flat and G. Next C, E flat and A flat. And the chord D, F and B flat. Next E flat and A flat. Repeat it twice. Okay, how it sounds with both hands. We start just with the left hand. Okay, so that was the introduction part. Let's continue with the right hand. So we have the second on a D, the third on A, E flat, the fifth on G, the first on C, second on D, third on E flat, then the first on G, the third on B flat, the second on A flat twice, then again A flat but with the first, then C with the third, D with the fourth, B flat with the second, C, D with the fourth, E flat with the fifth, B flat with the second, C with the third, and the chord like that. So we have B flat with the second and D with the fourth. Okay, then we have the third on D and the chord like that. So we have G, C and E flat, just once. Next we have C with the first, D with the second, E flat with the third, and G with the fourth, and the chord like that. So C, E flat and A flat, then just A flat, and the next chord B flat, D and G, the third on a D, and the chord D and B flat. Okay, let me repeat the right hand for this first part. So the left hand for this part is very beautiful. It starts the fifth on C, second on a G, first on a C, the third on a D, the second on E flat. So like that, the first figure. Then we have A flat, E flat, B flat, and the second on a C. Let me repeat this one. Then we have B flat, F, B flat, C and and G, D, and G again, and the chord E flat, A flat, and C. And then we have C and G, next C and A flat, then D flat and D and B flat. Okay, so that's all for the left hand for this part. Let me show you both hands together. Very slowly. Is kept longer. Then let's move on to the second part. So before we had the introduction, the first part, now the second part. The right hand for the second part starts on C with the first, D twice with the second, again C once and D just once, then E flat, D, E flat, F, and the chord A, C, and F. And next, B and D. And the melody starts here on C, this upper C. So we have the second on C, the third on D, and the chord C and E flat. Then again C, D and F with the first finger, second on G, the first on E flat and B flat, then A flat and C, next we have D, E flat, B flat twice, the fifth on G, and the chord B flat, D and F. Kept longer, then a pause, and E flat, D, C and B flat. Alright, let me repeat the right hand for this part. So that was A flat and C. Right, the left hand is like that. So we have the chord A and F, then B and to jump up here to this upper octave, and we play C and G, then D and B, next the triple chord E flat, G and B flat, and then A flat, C and E flat, E flat and G, F, C and B flat, next B flat, F and B flat, sorry. Let let me show you with both hands this part. So the right hand starts on its own, and here we add the left hand. Let's move on to the third part. Let me show you the right hand for this part. We start with the chord G and E flat, and it is repeated 10 times. First, 8 times quicker, and then twice longer, and then we change the chord for B flat and E flat twice, then B flat and D, played 3 times. Next, once the chord A flat and C, then the chord G and C once, and the chord E flat and A flat. And I recommend the third on E flat and the fifth on A flat. Then we have the chord here, B flat and F, repeated twice. Then the chord B flat and E flat, repeated twice. And then the chord A, C and F. And the chord B and D. Okay, we will repeat it with the left hand later on, so let me show you the left hand. It starts on C, the fourth on C, D, E flat, G and C, then C with the fourth, D, again C, and the chord C and A flat. Then C again, but with the second finger, D with the first, and the chord B flat and D. Then again C, D repeated twice, and C with the second, D with the first, and the chord G, B flat and D, and the chord A flat and C. Next, the first on D, the third on E flat, the first on G, the fifth on C, the fourth on D, the third on E flat, and the second here on A flat. Then the first on G, the second on F, the third on E flat, and the fourth on D. Then the third on D, the second on E flat, and this is repeated like that. So then we have the key E flat repeated 3 times, and then the first on F, and the chords like that, which means A and F. Then we have the third on A, the second on C, the first on F, and the chord B and F, and the first on G. Okay, it looks a bit difficult, but let me present it with both hands. So we start just with the right hand that repeats these chords 8 times. So let's move on to the last, fourth part. The right hand for this part is very beautiful. It starts here on C, then we have D and E flat. Next G with the first, C, D and F with the first. Then A flat, G, E flat, B flat. Next A flat, G, A flat, C. Then we have D and the chord G, B flat and E flat. Then B flat repeated twice. Then G and the chord B flat and F. Next E flat, D and the chord E flat and C. Then C, D and the chord B flat and E flat. Then E flat, F and the chord B flat, E flat and G. And this is, so we play this chord once, and then there is another chord very similar, only we play D with the second instead of the E flat note. Then we have the fifth on G and the chord C, E flat, G. And then the chord D and the G. And C, E flat, A flat, B flat, the chord D and B flat, then again B flat, and the last chord B flat and E flat. Let me repeat just the right hand for this part. Sorry, because we have E flat, D and the chord. Okay, so let me show you the left hand. The left hand is very beautiful. It starts here on C. Then we have G, C, and we put the third finger on D like that, and the second on E flat. So the first finger like that. Then we have D, F, B flat, D, and the third on B flat here in this upper part. So the second figure is like that. Then E flat, B flat, E flat, G, and B flat. Then A flat, E flat, A flat, C, and E flat. And the chord E flat and B flat. Then we have the chord B flat and D, the second on C, the first on D, second on E flat, F, the third on E flat, the second on F, the first on G, and the fifth on A flat, the third on E flat, the second on A flat, the first on C, and the chord E flat and A flat. Then B flat, the second on F, again B E flat, A flat, B flat and C, E flat, and the last chord B flat and F. Alright, so let me repeat the fourth part with both hands very slowly, and just keep in mind that you need to practice a bit separately the left hand and the right hand, and then put it together so that it was easier. Alright, so that's the end of this composition. I hope you enjoyed that. So please practice that with me, and I'm sure you will like it a lot. Thank you.